guys, I am going to talk to you today about Stila's fall collection. It's called Modern Goddess, and let me tell you what happened here. I had already been scoping this out on the Stila website, so when I got an email and I was asked to review the fall collection, I answered the email in 10 minutes. I was excited to take a look at the products, and what I'm going to do is tell you about all the products, swatch them all, and definitely give you my opinion on what I think you might want to try, what I think is, definitely like, if you've got the extra money, get it, and what I think you could skip, really, literally skip from this collection. I was interested in this because I was like, I think the words that I said to myself when I was looking at the products, it seems like witchy magic, and I mean witchy in a good way, like Glinda the Good makeup witch, There's some things here that I think they really kind of went out of the box here on this collection, and I like that because when they went out of the box with a lot of these products, I think they hit a home run. There are more successes than fails here. One fail is, just a fail in my personal opinion, and we'll get to that. So first off, let me talk to you about the most interesting product to me. I'm gonna have discount codes in the description of this video for you. It's gonna be 20% off when you purchase anything on the Stila website from the fall collection. If you happen to want, two of these items, one of these items, and also some other Stila products, I highly recommend the liquid lipsticks. I have Beso, I've used that for over a year, and I just got Patina recently. I did that showed you that in a haul a couple months ago, so I highly recommend those. You could pick a product from the fall collection, get some other things from the Stila website, a couple items, and use the 20% off your whole purchase. But you do have to get one of the fall items to use the code that I'll put for you below. So that information will be below. Let me get on to the products. I didn't want to forget that, and I almost did. So the first thing, this was the thing I was the most interested in checking out. The packaging is really nice for this collection. It's all gold. Put a picture up on Instagram if you didn't see it. It's really, really gorgeous. This is the perfectly, I have to read it because it's a very long name. It's the Perfectly Poreless Putty Perfector. All right, this, I haven't seen anything like this. Maybe you have, I have not. I got it in the shade Deep. It comes in 5 different colors, and this is like the head witchy thing here, because I was like, who thought of this stuff? There's a couple things. This is the biggest one though. All right, so this is a foundation. Now, when I initially looked at it, I thought, okay, maybe it's cream to powder. You open it up, and there's a puff, and then you have a little, which I love, a little divider between your puff and the product. And this is what the shade Deep looks like. This is not an exact match for me right now, but it will be in the winter time. I'm out walking dogs, so I have some color, which is usual. It's August, but I'm gonna be in here come late September, I'm thinking, so I have a little time to wait. But anyway, this is the shade Deep. It's the deepest color that they have, and there are 5 colors. This is very, very different, okay? I thought cream to powder when I saw this, and it isn't cream to powder in my opinion, because it doesn't have a different finish. Like when you think cream to powder, you put on a cream product and it is a little shinier, a little dewier, and then it dries down into a powder. This is just a creamy powder, I think, because it doesn't have that creamy consistency. This puff, actually, germaphobe in me that there is, actually is okay with this puff because the finish you get with this product is amazing. Now, I told you it's not an exact match for me. It's about, I would say, 2 shades too light right now. That's why I know it'll be a good fit for the winter, because it's close enough, and I could wear this and bronze up and look okay when I was testing it out. So yeah, the finish you get with this puff is amazing. I would say it's a great fit for my skin tone, combination skin, and the fit, I keep on saying the finish, but the finish is so interesting to me because it's so perfect. It's perfect and natural, yet you can get full coverage out of this. It's buildable. I didn't need to use concealer with this. I didn't use concealer at all. And I was like, my face was like self-contained, if you know what, as weird as that sounds, it's like it just stayed. It just really, really stayed. And because I have that combination skin with my T-zone, I will tell you that I did need to touch up probably after the first 5 hours. I touched up after 5 hours, and this is such a nice consistency that I've been having a lot of problems. I'm having it right now. I'm looking. My nose, it hasn't been my forehead and my T-zone area that usually, you know, it's the whole T-zone. For some reason this summer, it's just my nose. So what I was doing with this was tapping it with my finger, taking this along with me during the day, tapping my finger in this and going like that, and it was perfect. I mean, so this is a great touch-up kind of a thing on the go, and I didn't even need to use the powder puff. If you have a larger area, you're probably going to use the powder puff. I also used the brush in this collection with this, and they recommend that. It's a face and body brush. This is something I would say that is skippable, just in my opinion, but we'll get to the brush a little bit more later. But yeah, it's a really neat consistency, and I wish I could show you, and I hadn't thought about it, but maybe I'll do it on my hand just to show you. I am just so amazed by this because I haven't seen anything quite as great coverage, able to handle my combination skin and be convenient. You know what I'm saying? It kind of crossed into all three of those areas, which is good. So let me just show you. I'm going to get really, really close, and I've got my powder puff, and I'm just going to strike it on. And you see how it isn't really a cream. Now I didn't, you know, plan this beforehand, so I'm hoping that illustrates that it isn't really a creamy finish. It really is a powder. And yeah, let's see if we can cover that up. No, let's see. Let's go right over here. Okay. So it really does, and it's buildable and natural looking, but full coverage. And you know how I hate full coverage. I do. I'm going to have to do my little touch up right now because my nose is a hot mess. Just a second. Okay, so I think this is like the most interesting thing. This is, I believe it might be, you can check the Stila website. This is also available at Sephora, I checked, and there's also a video on it. They have videos on these products on the Sephora website, I noticed. I checked it out last night just to see where this was, and it's at Sephora as well. You don't get the discount though. That's the only drawback. So yeah, this is really interesting, and you know what it really reminds me of? One of my favorite things that I do use to touch up that is clear is called like a Poreless Perfector Face Defender kind of a product from another brand. It's like that with color. So if you have that product from Mally, think about using that with color, and that's exactly what this is. And that is a great idea. And I had thought about that. I was like, gosh, you know, I wish that had color. And it doesn't, but that would have been a great idea. Okay, so the next product that I'll talk to you about, one of the things I think is something a lot of you are going to want to try. I have never really liked fiber mascaras. My problem with them, one, is because I don't like things falling, you know, and everything. I wear contacts, sensitive eyes. I don't like things falling, and it's kind of always been a mess, the other brands that I've tried and reviewed for you. This is new from Stila, and it's called the Lash Stunner Extreme Lash Primer. And this I actually liked, and I'll tell you why, because what they've done here, and I will show you the wand while I tell you about it so you can really get a good look at it. It is a fiber primer, but it's creamy. So there's no falling things in your eye, thank goodness. There's nothing falling in your eye. And it's a creamy formula that you just put on your lashes and it stays put. Nothing falls. I loved using this with the mascara from this collection, but I also really, really liked using this with other mascaras, my drugstore mascaras, everything else. It works with it too. I tested it. So this, I would think, is another thing like the first product that I think might be worth trying for a lot of people. So I really, really did like this, and it really gave me thick super lashes. I use it today. Thick super lashes, and once you put a mascara over top of it, amazing. So again, that's the Stila Lash Stunner Extreme Lash Primer. Very impressed with this. Oh, the other thing that I always have not liked about fiber mascaras, primers, that kind of a thing, is that they're very, very hard to remove. It's kind of a mess, and that removes just like a regular mascara. I found no difference in removing, you know, at night, removing my mascara primer at night. No difference, so very good. Now this is the the mascara. It is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. Now this wand reminds me of another wand. Hold your guesses. to yourself. Hold your guesses to yourself. I'll show you the wand. This is a great mascara. I liked it, but this is one of those things that you might just pick up, you know, pick along and think, yeah, let me go ahead and try them together, because they do work fantastic together. I mean, my lashes are touching my top lid with this combo. But yeah, I would say this is a nice to have but not must have mascara. It's really, really nice. It does thicken your lashes. It has the volumizing. I used it alone just to check out how it would do. It does do the volumizing that I like, but these two together are fire. They really are super, super good together. So on a budget, get this. If you are not and you want to go for it, get both. The next thing that I'll show you, I have the swatches ready for you because they came out with, let me see what the official name for these are on the bottom. Got Inked Cushion Eyeliners. Cushion eyeliners, I was like, what is that? So again, before looking at the Stila website, I was like, what is that? Okay. You know how everyone does like a pot gel liner, you know, when it comes in this kind of container? Well, this is that pot gel liner, but there's a sponge inside. So I'm gonna get real, real close and show you. This is amethyst ink, and that is a sponge you are looking at right in the center. So what you do with that is you get out, this is another product from the fall collection. I didn't get the fancy, there's a fancy quill, purple quill that comes with it. Wasn't in my box, but I got the important part, which is the eyeliner brush, and I'll show you a close-up of that. So you take your brush and you dip it in here, and I'll show you. Let's see if I can show you. Woohoo. You dip it in there and you get the product on your brush, and then you make your line. This brush is really, really nice to have. I think it makes a perfect line. I used it today. I used black on my eyelids, and as a liner, I used the black shade. This is a beautiful color, the amethyst, but when I first saw these, I wasn't really thinking liner, because I love the look of using different colored liners, but I'll tell you where my mind went as soon as I saw this, and it wasn't exactly on different color eyeliners. That's amazing. Where my mind went when I saw these colors, that I will definitely get to show you these swatches, is these would make incredible eye look bases. I use gel liners, you know, that are in pots and things like that. I use the colors as great eye bases for eye looks because they don't move, and that's fantastic. They don't move, they're great base. I always use eye primer. And then I get in there with this a product, you know, that's like an eye, you know, traditionally an eyeliner. I use it as a base because it doesn't move. You know, any good eyeliner doesn't move. Well, this, I was like, okay, so when I got this in the mail, I put these swatches on my hand, they were thinner, and I wore them all afternoon to see if they would disappear or move, and they didn't. So I was like, okay, here we go. These are gonna be some kick butt eye bases for me. I'm wearing one of the colors today as an eye base. Using these with powder, using one of these with powder shadows, I've even used two of these, and then put powder shadows, gives you this beautiful dimensional eye look that is just gorgeous. So let me get to the colors because I've talked about this long enough. Let me just show you the colors. So that first color there is amethyst ink, and remember, these have that cushion. I'll open it up for you again. That cushion. So that very first color on the very bottom is amethyst ink. So you have that beautiful cushion, so that's gorgeous. And that is like a shimmery shade. The next color is black obsidian ink. I use that as a traditional eyeliner with the brush, and that is the second from the bottom color. So that's black obsidian ink. The next shade is a beautiful blue. Look at that blue. So the third shade from the bottom, and it's blue sapphire ink. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'll just show you the outside. You can see the outside. Look how pretty that is. That's gorgeous. All right, the next color, great eye base. Oh, with some of my new shadows, blue. Oh my gosh, gorgeous eye base. This is the color I have on my lids right now, and it's called Copper Ink, and it's right there above the blue. So that is Copper Ink. This is the one I've used the most because it's an incredible eye base for warm eye colors. I use this all over my kind of my mono lid, and then some Makeup Geek shadows. amazing, okay? If you love warm eye looks, that might be the color that you want to get. This one is Garnet Ink, and I think I used this once. It is the second from the top. It's Garnet Ink, so that's that color, and it's a matte shade. So there's a nice bunch of mattes and shimmers here, but a lot of shimmers, which is great. The last color that I have here is another fantastic eye base. It is called Smoky Quartz, and that's a color at the very top, Smoky Quartz Ink. So really, really gorgeous colors. But again, if you are interested in using them as eyeliner, that's fantastic, but you do have the option of using them as incredible eye bases that do not move. And that excites me even more than color. You know, because I have, and you know, everybody's different, but I have like a whole bowl of different colored eyeliners, pencil liners. I rarely go in there, and it's really crazy. So that's the way that I would, you know, when I first saw those, that's what I was looking at, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So let me get to the brush a little bit, and then I'll be done. This brush is a very, very nice brush. I like the way that it's shaped. It's just a little tad bit too hard for me, and that's why I say I don't see myself using it as much. It is great for putting on, if you don't like this kind of a system using the puff, it is great for putting on this foundation, the Perfectly Poreless Putty Perfector. I'll memorize this by the time the video is done. Anyway, it's great for that. It is one of those really nice, I think the thing that after I figured out I didn't really like using it for foundation, I did find that I did like using it for bronzing. Because bronzing, you need something a little more, I like something a little more angular, so I did like using it for bronzing. So this is something that I think, you know, definitely is something that might not be on everybody's list. I say definitely check out these guys. Pick a color, any color, you won't go wrong. Definitely check this out. There are 5 colors, as I said, and I just think this is like the most innovative thing we'll probably see this fall. And then, mascara junkies, I count myself as one. This Stunner Extreme Lash Primer is one to try. Again, remember, it doesn't have those fibers that get all over. Nothing, you know, goes anywhere other than where you're putting it on your lash. I found it to be incredibly buildable. With the mascara, they are just a great, great team, but please try, please try the fiber primer. Really, really good. And the brush, if you're in the market for the brush, it folds up very neatly. Did I show you that? I probably didn't. But it's very, very pretty. You'll see the quill on the website. I don't have that. But it's a really great fine line liner. And something definitely, if you are in the market for a new eyeliner brush and you want something, you know, that's really not gonna, you know, let you down and be a great fit, because it makes not too thick of a line, you know, and you gotta get into that. And I have this problem too. I am a big fan of a very, very thick eyelash or eyeliner line, and I'm trying to get away from that, and that has helped me, so that's good. So guys, definitely check out the code below. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the products. Definitely check these guys out and this guy out. But yeah, check it out on the Stila website. Use your 20% off, and I will see you very, very soon, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.